I think the second time I walked to the library, I went back from the alley the other way because I mentioned a speech there because the sun was shining. I even walked there before when I placed the Medicaid saying that they were trying to say I didn't have the speech on recording. I didn't also have the name on recording when I mentioned Lincoln and the Catholic Church in this same speech. It's the walls that were already after Christmas, that was already after the 24 walk before whatever returns to Walmart in that area. I think I put my Emily Oak, my blue Clipper would be the same distance from July, but I think it would be something about the wheel that was placed there with the FedEx and my black coat that was already a walk before because the bus card had to do with going down that line because it was part of the CTA and the Target parking lot was half of the CTA parking lot because they claim it's not associated with what is illegal transaction of collection of data and characters of image of big characters above a subway and small characters of interaction where they say microtransactions can't relate to the community of heaven because the infrastructure can't be accessed outside of a public operating system that can't be distinguished from whatever device that I have and whatever payment and object of payment is associated with the image of where that file is in a list and then where the list is organized outside of a recollection of how I can't do things in the information system because someone's claiming they're the CEO of an Amazon that's not related to a company merchandise and any video that could be put in that position of that thing that would change its value related to something that people say can't be related to a list that has nothing to do with render Caesar or Caesars. And the walk, I even used the back of the Eminent veterans to re-access where I put my Nintendo Switch because they claimed that was before I put the papers there and my purple binder was before this phone. That was after I got the Monopoly, after the TCL, was after any two split of the payment, after whatever placement of phone of watch before I couldn't access anything from whatever December and move on, but it's still connected to years before that December and still things from these past bundle in between nights and days and between binders and things of two pieces of information and different of arrangement of size and video, and this could be 1,000 years, this could be 1,000 years, but whatever access that relates to it would be something about something that people claim that it will be relate to God because some things can mean something in a different pattern of why my song could be like a flower, it could be like a turtle or a bear because the birds, they came over the thing like in the VA because the lady had the orange thing when the car was running because it was a high transaction of God related to how it could associate with my decision of where I locate because when the girl put up really pretty, I wouldn't know that that was in the same box because one list, one registry that's activated by one thing could lead to different lists from completely different years of technology or range information of data that could possibly secure something about. Some people say they already have that because when the CTA lady, she came, she was activated, but the thing changed after December before the first, before the second revelation, before whatever collection, before this collection came back to other collections that was before any placement, before it was in addition to something that was already before that outside of whatever device is actually accessing technology without any Wi-Fi, without any collection of the information. Because even though I could connect this to Wi-Fi, even though I could connect this to my card, it still doesn't have access to my crypto or whatever type of PayPal is related, any type of my Facebook or my phone number that's not associated with any Google account that's not on the phone when I access the McDonald's Wi-Fi for the first time with the package of this information system because they claim I was incapable to put myself under a boundary to record any need of God that's related to Jesus. And the brown skin with the mirror and the walk back could relate to anything he's not mentioned related to the prophet or the tribe of one more tribe of, you might mention Samson, you might mention the order that it is related to whatever 60s and the five numbers 12 down and 29 up. That could mean something completely different in the ranging of one, two, or one or two that could relate to a connection of a combination of things the same size or same shape that could possibly turn something to relate to a pattern of things and that could remind of something in between objects of north placement, December or south placement, January or 23 placement, December, that could follow a pattern of things that relate to the collection of reality, that if I do this, it's good, but it's the time where I put my singing because I have to say the right words, because if I continue outside of the box, it will be in the frame of a video and not a file of an organization of things that happened today, or anything from a placement that happened before things was not present in a different year, outside of whatever reality is related to those placements and the arrangement of the final result that's not associated with the list of how it got here and the list of things before, the list of years before placement, or the events of things placed around a different economy of separation of items of I think when I came home I mentioned something about men and women, and that has a lot to do with a person being a certain age, because I said, oh, if there's a dead potential McGee dead and something Ralph, because it will mention a lot of combinations of things that relate to the human identity of how someone was saying that were unidentified when they locked me out. When they say that I can't combine stores to make a difference because this information technology is not associated with the 3 contacts that I made before I made this 7th file.